going for the pin. And there it is. Brandon Hoffman picks up the pin here to move out into the championship semis. He'll go against Devontae Johnson of Mesa Ridge or Lucas Scipio out of Thompson Valley.
Luke
147.
Luke Engelhaupt's underway right in front of us, mat number 4. He got a takedown here in the first period. We're just under a minute there as he's taking on Jack Wyman of Lewis Palmer, a senior. Engelhaupt also with a reinforced arm bar, trying to run it around the head. Wyman with that leg clear out there, trying to get enough leverage not to let it go over, and he keeps it from going over that time as they right on the edge of the mat. They'll go out of bounds, start back at the center, but Luke Engelhaupt up 2-0 in this match so far. Luke will be the last area wrestler in this round before we start the consolation round immediately following the heavyweights in this championship quarterfinals. Once again, Luke Engelhaupt out on that arm bar. Now he switches over to a cross-face cradle. Can't get that to go. We're right on the edge of the mat again, and they'll go out of bounds, start back at the center. 11 seconds left in this first period. Back underway, Luke Engelhaupt somehow puts his opponent right on his back as his opponent tried to roll out of there and just hipped into him, put him on his back in the final few seconds. Going to pick up 3 near fall points. Will lead 5-0 going into the second period. It'll be Wyman's choice. He defers to Engelhaupt. Engelhaupt takes the bottom position. He's ready. The opponent gets on from the left side. Engelhaupt hits a switch. Can't get around the corner though. Wyman picks up an ankle, dumps him back down. Engelhaupt grabs an elbow, trying to mole into his opponent. Now he's just going to sneak out the backside, get a 2-point reversal, go up 7-0. Minute 35 left in this second period. Wyman trying to stand up. Engelhaupt hits him with a crossface, puts a grapevine in, kind of trying to reverse half on Engelhaupt. They're right on the edge of the mat there. They're going to go out of bounds. Minute 12 left. Engelhaupt still up 7-0. So Fort Morgan advances 3 wrestlers to the semifinals. Ian Wingstrom won his match in overtime 7-5. Jacob Gherkin at 132 pounds won his match 5-1. And Brandon Hoffman just got a pin win over his opponent Orlando Lopez and Roosevelt in 3 minutes 23 seconds.
Engelhaupt doing a good job of riding now. Down to about 30 seconds left, second period.
He's holding on to that 2-on-1, tried to put a grapevine in for a minute. Now Wyman stands up. Engelhaupt drops down to a single leg, lifts it high, gets back around behind. Wyman. Wyman comes up in a throw position, going to end up behind Engelhaupt and get the 2-point reversal.
Engelhaupt tried to fight it off with a headlock, thought better of it, and says it's better to bail out.
And I think that was a wise decision because I think it ended up right on his back.
And isn't that what happened to him at regionals?
Yeah.
He had an upset loss. So now he's been ranked #1 most of the year. Now you have that ranking there in front of me. I think it's #2.
Yeah, I think he is #2, 170 pounds, they have him at rank number 3 now. Adrian Mack of Discovery Canyon, who beat him at regionals, is number 1, and then Juan Sanchez of Roosevelt ahead of Luke.
He's going to get dinged for locked hands. I'm not sure why the official's letting it go on so long. He's going to give his opponent a 1-point penalty point.
So Engelhaupt leads now with 1:38 left in the third, 7-3. 4-point differential here. Little Granby roll by Wyman, but Engelhaupt comes right through it, throws the grapevine in, hitting a power half, trying to get his opponent over, wrench him over within legs.
Get that arm way out, up over the top. Then he finally gives up on that.
Still has that grapevine right in. That puts a double spike in. Still trying for that, put that power half in. He's getting awful high there. Wyman reaches up for Engelhaupt's head. The ref's going to call a stalemate.
57 seconds left in the match.
Engelhaupt still leads 7-3 as he gets on from the left side. That's a wrist control underneath. Has an ankle tied up. Wyman tries to stand up. Comes up as Engelhaupt dumps him back down. Wyman's going to stand up, turn into Engelhaupt. Engelhaupt drops down to a single leg. Wyman with a crotch pry trying to lift Engelhaupt over the top.
That's pretty serious. He's got those ankles about 2 foot off the ground for about the third time.
Engelhaupt still hanging on to that single leg, and they'll go out of bounds. 16 seconds left in the match.
This will be our last area wrestler for this round, but we'll be kicking off coming right back. Derek Gray will be up at 152 for the Mustangs. And then we'll also have Austin Courier up at 120 pounds on the consolation elimination round that's coming up, along with Dylan Veal. So
Wyman stands up on the whistle and hits a switch on the way down, does get the reversal, but time's going to run out, and Engelhaupt's going to win this match 7-5, so he'll go on into the semifinals later.
Look at our 3A bracket back.